Okay, so I'm on a quiet little street. Thought I would do a quick tour of the van. It's very rudimentary, very basic. I didn't tidy it up too much because I wanted to give you kind of a raw view of what this build is like and what you really need to hit the road. Obviously, I was only out here 2 weeks, so if I was out here longer, I would upgrade the build a little bit more, make it a little bit more comfortable. But I wanted to bring my bike along so I could do some ride outs. So here's the bike. That's why I got this cot, which I'll show you later. So that's kind of where it sits. There's the bed, and yeah, the blankets and pajamas underneath. Here I've got all kind of like storage. So there's just a backpack for daily use stuff. There's all my filming camera equipment. This one is my like going to the gym, going to the swimming pool backpack or whatever. So duffel bag. So I put all my stuff in there and then I can just transport it real quick. That bag right there is my kind of my laundry bag. It's like a Osprey Farpoint 70. I used that while I was backpacking, and now I reuse it here. I've got a yoga mat down there and my sleeping bag, and that's literally it. It's very rudimentary. It's just a cot, and I'll show you around back here. I'll show you the rear. So just prop it up, and here it is. There's my skateboard. I'm just actually at the skate park, so we'll pull that out here, put that there. This is some coolant. So the vehicle is leaking a little bit of coolant. Like I said, you don't need anything very fancy for the Vanlife. There's my pillow, and so initially I just had this cot here. I bought this cot from Canadian Tire and I put the foam mattress right on top, but because the cot dips in and it sags, I wasn't getting a good quality of sleep, so I did have to go to Home Depot and just buy this board. Thanks a lot, man. You're welcome. I think it was like 65 US dollars. There's my sleeping bag. There's literally my book that I read at night, and I just have it tucked there. This is something like a curtain I made. I just tuck it in here, so it kind of is like just always there, and it blocks the view from inside, from the window. And again, there's my bike. There's everything. So I'll lift this up, kind of just give you a full view of everything. There you go. That's it. The most rudimentary Vanlife build you can get. But guess what? I stayed in here. It's gonna be about 2 weeks once I'm done the trip. It's been almost 10 days now, and it served me fine. I have no problems with it. Obviously it doesn't look the best, and like I said, if I was going to do it longer, I would make it a little bit cleaner setup. Next time I wouldn't bring the bike, to be honest. Hopefully I'll do some trails in Sedona, but I've only really brought that thing out once. That was a ride out in Phoenix, but I do hope to do more some actual mountain biking in Sedona, so we can close that up. And yeah, this is it, guys. It's very, very, like I said, rudimentary, very basic. Anyone can do this. This is the front. There's just a cooler there. Obviously, I do have some cooking stuff underneath the cot, but I haven't really been cooking on this trip, which if I was gonna do that again, I would do it very differently because food is very expensive. This bag right here is my toiletries, and there's some water. But yeah, food is extremely expensive in the United States, especially if you're eating out. So I would definitely have a cooking setup next time if I was to do this longer. But yeah, that's basically a no build, the most simple, cheap, no build Vanlife build you can do is a cot, a trifold foam mattress, and a board. Just a board like that, and then blankets that obviously I had lying at home. These the typical Reflectix curtains or whatever, you know, I can just pull those out if I want. I just keep them in there, to be honest, so I don't have to set up too much at night. Little thing for shoes, little space to get in. That's it. That's all you need to hit the road and live, you know, whatever you want to call the van life. And this is it. This is the build. This is what took me from Canada to Arizona, from Alberta to Arizona, and honestly, it's not that bad. I know it doesn't look like the most comfortable thing on planet Earth, and I'm not going to say that it is, but it's also not too discomforting. I can sleep in it, I can live in it, and I have no problems. I've had no problems. I could keep going. I could live probably, just in this setup alone, I could probably stay like at least 2-3 months. If I wanted to go 6 months, I would do it a little bit differently. But if I were to do it differently, obviously if you're doing the van life, you're someone who's already a little bit, you know, used to being slightly uncomfortable. But I'm not saying that it's uncomfortable, but if you've never traveled, if you've never lived away from home, yeah, you're gonna find it a little bit discomforting. But yeah, just literally at this park in Arizona here, and that's it. That's the build, guys. That's all you need. That's all you need to hit the road and do the van life.